Hello students, welcome back to lecture number 2 of the online classes for BST. Let us start our discussion for the day. The first topic that we are going to discuss is about the objectives of management. What are objectives? Objectives are nothing but they are the results or they are the ends towards which any activities of the organizations are directed. That means whenever an organization is performing any activity, of course it is to fulfill any kind of goals, any kinds of target it wants to reach somewhere. That goal or that target is nothing but the objective of management. Right? There are 3 types of objectives. What are the 3 types? The first one stands as organizational objectives. Okay? Now what are organizational objectives? See, apply your common sense. First, whenever a business is established, right? Whenever a business is established, what will the business first try to do? Definitely it will try itself to earn as much as it is incurring its cost, isn't it? So that at least it is able to survive in the market. Suppose a business is incurring a cost of 50,000, right? So when it has started its operation in the market, its first objective would be that somehow he is able to earn at least 50,000, so that he is in a no loss and no profit situation and he is able to survive in the market, survive from its competitors. Right? Survival is the basic purpose of every organization, and it can only survive in the market once it is able to cover its cost. Clear? Now after the business or after the organization is able to cover its cost, then what will it think? It will think to earn profit. Isn't it? First, cost was equal to revenue. Somehow he is able to survive in the market. As and when time passes, it will think to earn profit. That means revenue should be greater than cost. Whenever revenue becomes greater than cost, automatically the business will start earning profit. And profit is very essential for any business organization. All the business establishes itself for profit earning, isn't it? Okay. Now after it is earning profit, going on well with its operations, now what will the business think or what will the business want? The business will want to grow. The business will want to expand itself. Right? There comes the objectives for growth. Clear? So I have explained you the 3 parts of the organizational objectives. See, organizational objectives aim at the prosperity and growth of the organization. Okay? They can be divided into 3 parts. Survival, which is enough revenue to cover cost. Next one is profit, which is cover cost and risk. And after that, growth. Growth means improve its future prospect. First objective, somehow to cover the cost and survive in the market. Next point, to earn something more than the cost and start earning profits. And after it has started earning adequate profit, it will try to expand itself, it will try to grow itself. Clear? Okay, so this was all about the organizational objectives of a business. The second objectives of management is the social objectives. Now what are social objectives? Again, I'll take you back to your class 11 syllabus. Remember, class 11 chapter 6, we have done a chapter on social responsibility and business ethics. Remember, What did we learn in that chapter? We learned that every business, whenever starts its operation, it takes the raw material, it takes the human laborers, and everything that it requires for its operation, it takes from the society. And therefore, it becomes an obligation of the business to look after that society. Right? Were you able to recall that chapter? Yes, of course. Okay, so that concept only is applied over here. What? That the business will try to fulfill its obligation on the part of the society. It will do something good for the society. Why? Because whatever or however the business is able to operate now, it is because of the society only. So let's see what's written for the social objectives. What are social objectives? Objectives which deal with commitment towards the society. That means the business is having some commitment, some obligation, some responsibilities towards the society. What are the examples like? Applying environment friendly practices, giving employment to the disadvantaged sections of the society. Disadvantaged sections means the poor sections or the unprivileged sections of the society, right? And one more is written, supply of quality products at a reasonable price. You can put many more points like what can you put? Points like contribution towards civic activities, or you can write down participation in the NGO activities, in the social service activities. Okay, that points will also come under social objectives. Okay, after the business has fulfilled its social objectives, okay, what will it try to do, or what will the management process want? The management process will want to fulfill the personal objectives as well. And what are personal objectives? Personal objectives are the objectives which are directed towards the employees working in the organization. Okay, the human resources which work for the organization. Okay, note down one thing. The personal objectives has 2-3 more names. Personal objectives are also known as human objectives, and personal objectives can also be said to be as individual objectives. So do not get confused. In different textbooks you will find different names, but the meaning is same. What is the meaning? That over here they are looking after the human resources, they are looking after the individuals, they are looking after the employees working in the organization. While discussing the characteristics of management, we discussed one point. What was that point? The point was that management is a group activity. Why is it a group activity? Because there are different individuals having different needs, but when they come together, when they work together to perform a common goal, to fulfill a common goal, it becomes a group activity. Right? Now from that point only comes this fulfillment of personal objectives. Mind what I said, every individual has their own individual needs which has to be fulfilled. Okay, so that thing only they are taking care over here. Let's see what it's written. The main aim is to focus on the diverse personal objectives of the people working in the organization. Understood? That means the people who are working in the organization, they have different types of objectives in their own lives. So the management tries to focus onto that. And one more important thing, reconciled with the organizational objectives. Reconciled means they will be taken along the organizational objectives. Once the organizational objectives are fulfilled, side by side, their individual objectives will also be fulfilled. Clear? What are the examples given? Let's have a look. Giving promotion, training, financial growth to the employees, providing them peer recognition, giving them self-respect, making them work under healthy conditions so that the employees are safe. Right? There are many more points which you can add to it. Can you all think of some? Giving competitive salary to fulfill the financial needs. This also can come as a point. Okay. So these were basically the three objectives of management. The first one is the organizational objectives, where the management focuses on itself only. It tries to survive in the market, earn profit, and then grow. Next objective was when it tries to fulfill the social obligations under social objectives. And in point number 3, it tried to look after, or it tried to focus on the human resources of the organizations, right? So this was all about the objectives of management. Now let us move to the next topic, that is importance of management. Why is the process of management so important for an organization? Can't an organization run without a management process? Maybe, or maybe not. No. It is very important for an organization to follow the process of management. Why? Very basic and simple answer to this is that put everything under synchronization, put everything under proper control. If there will not be any management, then things will not be in proper coordination. Okay? So to maintain proper coordination, maintain proper synchronization among the different sorts of activities in the organization, it is very important to follow the process of management. Okay? There are many more other points. Let's have a look onto them. What can we see as the first point? Achieving group goals. See, as I have said just now, that what is the main motive of management? Management integrates the different activities going on in the organization, right? What does management does? Management makes our objective fulfillment easier. Why? Because it is a process itself done so that we can achieve our goals. It is purely goal oriented. Any management process revolves around its target, revolves around its goals. So it is very important to have management in case we want to achieve our group goals. Another important reason is that when there are different individuals involved from different background, again that synchronization point comes in. It becomes very important to synchronize their objectives, put them in proper control, put them under coordination so that they all work together to achieve the common goal of the organization. Right? Okay, let's have a look onto what's written here. Management creates teamwork, management creates coordination in the group. Managers give common direction to individual efforts in achieving the overall goals of the organization. Right? Okay. I hope this point would be clear to you. Let's move down to the second point. Second point says that management is important. Why? Because it increases the efficiency. Efficiency, again, let's go back to the lecture 1. What did we learn about efficiency? Efficiency was related to cost. Efficiency was related to any kind of resources. Basically, their optimum utilization. Isn't it? So whenever there is a management process involved in the organization, what will the managers try? The managers will try to keep their cost under control. The managers will try to work with minimum wastage of resources. The management or the manager will try to increase the efficiency and increase the productivity as well. Therefore, it is important for any organization to follow the process of management. Okay, let's read what's written here. Management increases efficiency How? By using resources in the best possible manner. Okay? You remember now that example where we discussed that suppose the production cost is 10 rupees per unit, then every manager will try to do what? To put that cost within 10. It should not exceed that 10. Right? So that is how the manager will utilize the resources in the best possible way. He will try to minimize the wastage, and thereby indirectly he will achieve efficiency in the organization. Now let us discuss the next importance of management. It says it creates a dynamic environment. Now what is dynamic? Something which changes, that is dynamic, isn't it? And where did we read this term before? Yes, we read while reading the features of management. We learned that management is a dynamic process. Now that management only helps to create a dynamic organization. See, every organization, in order to survive in the market, they need to make changes. Whether they like it, whether they do not like it, whether the organization, whether the employees are in favor of the change, doesn't matter. Whenever there is efficient management going on in the organization, there should be a dynamic environment, there should be a dynamic process should be followed. The management procedure should always change if there is any kind of change in the external environment. Okay? Why? Because with a static management procedure, you cannot grow. If you want to grow, you have to make changes in yourself. You have to make yourself flexible in order to achieve more growth. Okay? Let's see what's written here. Management helps the employees to overcome their resistance. Why resistance? As I said, employees generally do not want to put themselves in front of any change. They will love working in such a condition in which they are used to work. They will not like any kind of change. So they are actually a little resistant. And management only helps to remove this resistance of the employees and adapt new changes. Why adapt new changes? To ensure survival and growth. To ensure that the organization can survive in the market and it can grow well. Okay? Let's move to the next point. Next importance, it says achievement of personal goal. Now this point I have been repeating for so many times. What? That the individuals, they have their own goals, but when they come in the management procedure, they all work towards the fulfillment of a common goal. Well and so. But what about the fulfillment of their personal objectives? So this is the importance of management, that it tries to bring prosperity for the organization also. At the same time, it will try to bring prosperity for the employees working for it also. Okay, manager will try that in the way the organizational goals are fulfilled, in the same way the individual goals of the employees are also fulfilled. Why? Because if the employees are satisfied, if the employees are happy, what will they do? They will try to produce more. They will want to work more harder. Isn't it? Okay, let's see what's written here. Management helps the individual to achieve their personal goals while working with the organizational goals. Right? So, when everyone is moving towards achieving the organizational objectives, at the same time, the management tries to fulfill the personal goals of the individuals also, because human resources are the most important resources for any organization. Right? If they are happy, definitely the organization will flourish. Okay? And the last point, for the development of the society. Definitely, if there would haven't be any management, then no one would have thought to look after the society. No one would have thought to fulfill their social obligations. Isn't it? So it is the management only which thinks about the social objectives, which thinks about development of the society. Why? Because as I have said, it is our responsibility to do good for the society, because whatever or however the business is operating, it is because of the society only. They have to give importance to the people of different groups like the customers, the suppliers, the government. Okay, let's see what's written here. Management helps in the development of the society by producing good quality goods. This we have done in the social objectives point. Creating employment opportunities and adopting new technologies. Right. So these are basically the 5 points that we need to know about the importance of management. So that is all for today. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.